continue with the explanation. So usually the voice of a woman has a higher frequency and is shriller that of a man. So as I told you, when the sound is of a high pitch, okay, then it is difficult to hear, but if the sound is of a low pitch, even if it is loud, you can hear. So basically the sound of a woman, okay, is of a higher frequency and it is of a higher pitch compared to that of a man. So even if a man is shouting, okay, but still you can hear, but when women are shouting, then it becomes very of a high pitch and it is difficult to hear, okay, it becomes intolerable. Now we come to audible and inaudible sounds, okay. We know that we need a vibrating body for the production of sound. Can we hear sound of all vibrating bodies? Okay, sometimes it is possible, sometimes it is not possible. So as I told you, for a body to produce sound, it has to be vibrating, okay. So when a body vibrates, we hear the sound of the body. But is it possible for us to hear all kinds of sounds? Okay, it is not possible. In fact, the fact is that the sound of frequency less than about 20 vibrations per second, that is 20 hertz, cannot be detected by human ear. Okay, that means a sound of frequency which is less than 20 vibrations per second or which is less than 20 hertz, it is not possible for the human ear to detect. Such sounds are called inaudible sounds. Okay, that means thus remember, the sound which is of frequency below 20 hertz or less than 20 hertz cannot be detected by human ear. It is called inaudible sound. On the other hand, sounds of frequencies higher than 20,000 vibrations per second or 20 kilohertz are also not audible to human ear. Thus, for human ear, the range of audible frequency is from 20 to 20,000. Okay, that means above 20,000 hertz. 20 kilohertz means above 20,000 hertz. Okay, so 20 kilohertz, this is kilohertz, or you can say above 20,000 hertz, that is not audible to the human ear. Okay, so for human ear, what is the range? The range will be from 20 to 20,000 hertz. Okay, below 20 you cannot hear, above 20,000 also hertz we cannot hear. Okay. Okay, so now note, some animals can hear sounds of frequencies higher than 20,000 hertz. Dog has this ability. So dogs have the ability to hear sounds of frequencies which are higher than 20,000 hertz. We human beings, we cannot hear sounds of frequencies more than 20,000 hertz, but dogs can hear. Okay, the police use high frequency whistles which dogs can hear but humans cannot. Sometimes to control the dogs, okay, the police, they use some whistles. Okay, those are higher than 20,000 hertz that the dogs can hear. It is called dog whistle. I think you must have heard about dog whistle. Okay, so dog whistles are more than 20,000 hertz. We cannot hear. The police also cannot hear when they are blowing the whistle, but the dogs can hear. Okay, so the ultrasound equipment familiar to us for investigating and tracking many medical problems works at frequencies higher than 20,000 hertz. The ultrasound equipment. Okay, ultrasound is an equipment which is used for tracking medical problems. I think you know, na, ultrasound is done or sonography is done. Okay, so that equipment also produces certain sound, but it is higher than 20,000 hertz. So we cannot hear. When we are going through an ultrasound, I think some of you might have gone through ultrasound, okay, to check some organ in your body. So when you go through the ultrasound, you cannot hear any kind of sound, but actually the sound is produced by the device. Okay. Now we come to a very important topic, that is noise and music. We hear different types of sounds around us. Is the sound always pleasing? Does a sound sometimes cause discomfort to you? Some sounds are pleasing whereas some are not, isn't it? We hear different types of sounds. If you go inside the factory, is the sound pleasing? No, not at all. Okay, if you are in the road and you are amidst heavy traffic, is the sound pleasing? No, because there will be horns of vehicles, which is not pleasing. But when you are hearing a nice song, okay, so is the sound pleasing? Yes, it is. Okay, suppose construction work is going on in your neighborhood. Are the sounds coming from the construction site pleasing? Of course not. We find it very difficult, isn't it, when construction is going on near our house. Okay, do you enjoy the sounds produced by horns of buses and trucks? No. Okay, such unpleasant sound is called noise. Okay, any kind of sound which is unpleasant, which is difficult for us to hear, that is called noise. Clear? So in a classroom, if all the students speak together, what is that called? Noisy classroom, isn't it? That's why always we tell you in the class, no, keep quiet, keep quiet. Okay, if you are asking doubts, also ask one student at a time. Don't make noise. We say like that, isn't it? Because that is very unpleasing to hear. You cannot hear that. So that is why that is called noise. Okay. On the other hand, you enjoy sounds from musical instruments. Musical sound is one which is pleasing to the ear. Very, very pleasing. Any kind of musical instrument, it's very soothing to hear. Okay. Sound produced by harmonium is a musical sound. Okay, any kind of musical instrument, whether it's a harmonium, whether it's a guitar, whether it's a keyboard, right? Even tabla is very pleasing to the ear, isn't it? The string of a sitar also gives out musical sound, but if a musical sound becomes too loud, will it remain melodious? No. Okay, sometimes musical sound is too loud, isn't it? Too much of beating of a drum, too much of bass in the sound. We don't like it sometimes, isn't it? When it becomes too loud. Too loud sounds are good. Suppose you are very excited or suppose you are very happy, you want to dance, then it's okay. But when you want to sleep and you are like some people nearby, okay, suppose they are playing very loud music and you want to sleep, then it becomes very unpleasing, isn't it? Yeah. So now we come to noise pollution. Very, very important. Presence of excessive or unwanted sounds in the environment is called noise pollution. So when you are amidst heavy traffic or when you are inside a factory, when you are in a class where all the students are making noise, then it is called noise pollution. When excessive or unwanted sounds are present in the environment. Okay. Major causes of noise pollution are sound of vehicles, explosions including bursting of crackers, machines, loudspeakers, etc. Okay. In Diwali time also, when you are lighting lots of crackers, it's making lots of sound, then it also becomes noise pollution. Sound of vehicles or machines when you are inside a factory, or loudspeakers. Okay, suppose you are in a function and you are sitting near a loudspeaker. Very difficult for you, isn't it? Because the sound becomes noise then. Television and transistor radio at high volumes. So suppose you want to study and your brother or sister is playing TV at a very high volume, then you become angry, isn't it? Because you are not able to concentrate. Some kitchen appliances like mixers, isn't it? Mixers also make a lot of noise. Desert coolers, ACs, some ACs are there which produce a lot of noise. When the AC becomes bad or old, then it starts making noise. Okay, all contribute to noise pollution, right? Now, harms of noise pollution. Do you know that presence of excessive noise in the surrounding may cause many health-related problems? It is not that it is only unpleasing to the ears. It will cause health-related problems also. Okay, what are the problems? Lack of sleep. You will not get proper sleep. Okay, hypertension means high blood pressure. Your BP may increase. Anxiety means you may have stress. Okay, it can be ear stress, it can be eye stress. Okay, any kind of stress, or maybe your brain might be stressed. Okay, and many more health disorders may be caused by noise pollution. A person who is exposed to loud noise continuously may get temporary or permanent impairment of hearing. That means the person can even become deaf. Okay, if he or she is exposed to noise continuously, then the person may become deaf, either permanently or temporarily. Now, how can you limit noise pollution? Okay, how can now noise pollution be limited? To control noise, we must control the sources of noise. How can this be achieved? For this, silencing devices must be installed in aircraft engines, transport vehicles, industrial machines, and home appliances. There are certain silencing devices, very small devices which can lessen the amount of noise produced. So that has to be installed. So if that is installed, then the amount of noise produced will be less. The noisy operations must be conducted away from any residential area. That means if factories are set up, they should be set up, far from the residential areas. That means far from where people live. Okay. So noise producing industries should be set away from such areas. Use of automobile horns should be minimized. That is very important, isn't it? All are in a hurry on the road. Okay, so if there is a traffic jam, you will hear lots of horns. So horns have to be lessened actually. TV and music systems should be run at low volumes. Very important. Even if you are hearing music through earphones, make sure that it is at a low volume. Because if the volume increases, then it becomes very difficult. Okay, you may even be deaf. So trees must be planted along the roads and around buildings to cut down the noise reaching the residents, thus reducing the harmful effects of noise pollution. So trees. Okay, trees have to be planted. Why? Because the trees, they can absorb the noise. Okay, trees can absorb the excessive noise. So it has to be planted so that the harmful effects of noise pollution can be minimized. Now we come to the last topic of the chapter, that is hearing impairment. The total hearing impairment, which is rare, is usually from birth itself. Partial disability is generally the result of a disease, injury or age. So sometimes a person may be deaf from birth. That is called total hearing impairment, which a person can have from birth. Now another type of hearing impairment is there, that is called partial hearing impairment. That happens during age or maybe due to an injury or accident. Okay. Children with impaired hearing need special care. By learning sign language, such children can communicate effectively. So you must have seen. So those who cannot hear, they use sign language, because people who cannot hear, they cannot even speak. They cannot speak also. So they use sign language. Because speech develops as the direct result of hearing, a child with hearing loss may have defective speech also. Because we talk after we hear, isn't it? So even if we don't hear only, how will we talk? Right? So that hearing and speech is related. So if a person cannot hear, that person cannot even speak. Technological devices for hearing impaired may have made it possible for such persons to improve their quality of life. So you must have seen, some devices are installed in the ears of those people, isn't it? Those who cannot hear. Society can do much to improve the living environment for the hearing impaired and help us to live normal lives. So we must never make them feel that they are excluded. We must include them in our group and help them to live normal life. Okay, because it's not their fault that they cannot hear. Okay, so we have to be very kind to those people and very understanding. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubts, you can clarify, and we have completed the chapter. Thank you all of you, and have a nice day.